What's up next?
All right, next up is a new easy way to program EasyIO controllers. We got some great information from Mike Marston about the folks from Down Under, a gentleman named Chris Schneider, and it's just the nuts and bolts on how they use their open BMCS and Bartek. Uh, Actually, I think the company's Bartek. I'm sorry, but he just does a nice run through on an alternative way to program EasyIO controllers.
Well, it is a really cool concept, and I think where it's really takes hold is somebody that maybe doesn't have a job big enough to use a Jace, and that doesn't want to buy a Workbench, and I think it really plays very well into Mike Marston's controller because, as you know, the Beast from the East is one of those products that's targeting the smaller spaces. So this is a really cool idea. And speaking of Mike Marston, I think, yep, okay, it looks like we got Mike on the show. Hey, Mike, welcome to the show. Mike Marston from EasyIO.
Hi,
Hey,
Mike.
so Mike, where are you this week, buddy?
Today, you join me from India. As you can see out there, it's a beautiful day here in Bombay. I think just over there is Bollywood, the Indian equivalent of Hollywood.
India, that's really cool. Okay, well, Mike, talk a little bit about some of the things you're seeing with you travel all around the world. EasyIO does business all around the world. How is it different in other countries?
And what we're seeing is open tools now coming onto the market. They give you a choice, different entry levels into the BAS business and the automation business. In India, it's quite interesting. We do business all over the place, do a lot of blue chip work. The blue chip companies over here insist on 32-bit DDC, very high resolution on the analogs, and also they insist on Ethernet cable, even for the DDCs, which definitely is the way of the future. So we're working at the moment with the Cisco head office in Bangalore. We're working with Vodafone, Renaissance Group, and all kinds of blue chip clients over here. So the EasyIO message is going totally worldwide. I think all companies have really lifted their performance. I think controls are getting better, getting more powerful. And will EasyIO be leading that? Well, we hope so. And I guess we're all friends at the end of the day. We're all enjoying what we do. And different customers have different needs, different views. It's a free world. And what I like about getting around to see everybody, like here in India, I get to see really people's development cycles, their needs, their insistence on certain standards and certain performance levels. I see basically the same protocols are being asked for now. It's mainly BACnet around the world that we see, and then of course it's web services when you start talking about the enterprise.
Mike, can you tell us a little bit about Chris Schneider's technology? Again, we know that there's a certain amount of disruptive technology present and growing in our industry. Is this another one of those disruptive technologies?
And what we're seeing is open tools now coming onto the market. They give you a choice, different entry levels into the BAS business and the automation business. As the market develops more, as we become more IT-based, and certainly as we start to use more, iPad devices, mobile devices, I think we're totally now driven by web browsers. So yeah, I think what OpenBMCS have done is, gone the whole way now to an embedded HTML5 server where you can actually do wiresheets and graphics from your iPad. Now, people have been asking me for a long time for that, and it's been very difficult because we've had to rely on plugins and Windows type-based solutions, which make it difficult. I think the days of plugins and without pure open source HTML, I think it's going to be difficult. I don't think it'll change overnight, but I think you'll see all the major companies go in the same direction. So I congratulate Chris Schneider what he's done with his group. It's nice to see a company from down under really changing the world. And yes, I do think they'll be very successful. And what's interesting about this is we have no control over Chris or his company. He's free to sell to our competitors. And we believe the future is really we just have to be faster and smarter and more innovative. We have to listen more. And I believe the CPT tool also will, go to competitors. I think the whole thing's going to open up. I think the market's going to grow as well. In countries like this, in India, you've got a huge amount of development going on out there. In China, then you're going to have the US, coming back online, solving all the current, political issues and finance issues, whatever they may be. I'm still very optimistic for the future.
All right, there you have it. Mike Marston, EasyIO.
All right, next